Hello everyone, welcome back to Codtech IT Solutions. Today in this video, I will explain you the process of how to perform the task provided by Codtech IT Solutions. So, without any further delays, let's move on to our video. So first of all, congratulations guys for being the part of Codtech Internship. So whenever you log in the WhatsApp, so you have to join the WhatsApp group provided by us. So each WhatsApp group represents a current batch that you are in. So here CT internship 10J is a internship batch of January 10th. So respected batches will be represented with their names of. So here you can see there are some pinned messages in the group. So click on any of the message, you will be redirecting to the pinned message. Why we have pinned is to access the messages easily. These messages having all the information provided by us to complete your internship and perform your task. So let's click on the pinned message. Here we can see some once we click on the message, we will see some different pinned messages. So what you have to do is you have to read the whole message clearly and carefully so that you will understand what's the criteria of this internship. So this internship is mainly provided by us to improve your self-learning and self-guiding experience. So let's come to the part of internship tasks. Once you scroll down the message, you will find option called read more. So a lot of the interns get queries like I don't find my internship task related links. So the thing you have to do is you have to click on the read more button. You will find all the domains that are present in the internship. Overall 25 plus domains are there in the internship program. Select your respected domain and make sure to download the PDF, or you can easily access through the links. So better it's to download it and you can save it wherever you want. I will make sure to explain you the whole process of how to perform the task, where to get the resources and where to perform the task. So make sure to watch whole entire video without skipping it. I will be dividing this video into two parts. One is for the coding people task and another one is for non-coding people task. So non-coding people task was the last 15 minutes of the video, so they can get the idea of what the task and how to perform the task. And coding people can continue from here. In this session, I will explain you the process for the task of front-end development, so you can get an idea how to perform your respected domain task. The process will be similar for all the domains of coding people. Either it is Python, Java, C++, software development, anything related to coding will be similar to the process of following the front-end development. Now let's look at the task PDF of front-end development. And when you open the PDF, you will find the domain name and some set of instructions. These instructions will be similar for all the domains. So the instructions are like you have to perform all the 4 tasks and you have to submit them before the deadline. The deadline will be presented in your offer letters. Please check the offer letter for knowing your deadline. I will be mentioning in the group also for the deadline reference. Okay, now let's begin our task 1. So in the task 1 of front-end development, it is interactive quiz application. So what you have to do is, it's a case of front-end development, so you have to only perform the front-end case only, no need of any backend storage or anything. Just you can implement this program with the help of JavaScript. So read the description very carefully, and all the people who are watching this video, read your task description clearly, then you will understand what to perform the task and what it is outcome should be present in our GitHub repository. So yes, I will explain the process of GitHub repository also. So let's start our task 1. I am here copying the task name and pasting it in the Google. So you can also try this with your task, whatever the task you are performing. So just simply copy paste the task name and search on Google. It will give some references or some suggestions like YouTube videos or any other. So I will suggest you to not prefer the YouTube videos first. First of all, you have to learn the basics. So scroll down a little bit, you will find a different links of a different task. And here also we can see some different links as GitHub repository links and Geek for Geeks links and some another links of different organizations. I will open this GFG link for better understanding. Once I open the link, it will be redirecting to the official website of Geek for Geeks. Here you can see the preview of the output and the approach it has taken and the codes of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And its output is very simple, but you have to perform some extraordinary tasks like adding more features, adding more questions, and you can integrate with the other APIs to get some questions. And please don't copy these codes and paste it simply. It will be checked by our mentors. If you caught by this, then you will be rejected from the internship, because you will not learn anything if you simply copy paste. And for learning the basics of the topics, I will also provide a reference link for practicing basics. Simply search on Google quickref.me. So you will be redirecting to the official website of quick reference. From once you get this link, you can scroll down the bit. You will find n number of resources for the any domain you are interested. You can learn the basics as it is an open source platform, so it's for free. You can utilize this opportunity of open source and make sure to read all the topics. Here you can see some HTML, JavaScript, CSS. As of I am doing front-end development, I am searching for HTML, CSS. And if you are doing Python, Java, C++, C hashtag, anything related to you, it will be present in this reference material. So make sure to look out this website. It will be very helpful for you, and you can refer the basic syntaxes to the advanced syntaxes, and how to use all these will be present in this website. As you can see, the lot of syntaxes for just HTML from basics to advanced. Yes, you get some ads as it is an open source platform, so we will find a lot of ads in this. So try to avoid those ads. Let's see one CSS. In this CSS also you can find some basic to advanced syntaxes. With this help, you can build any website from scratch, as you no need to remember every time the syntax. So you can get here and you can refer the what's the process, what's the syntax of that particular element or particular task. Then you can learn and remember it, and you can utilize it for future. And for JavaScript also, it is giving a separate number of syntaxes. From it is also everything will be from scratch. So it is a very helpful website for the students and the interns, and the senior developers also use these tools for remembering or recalling the topics. I think this information is enough for anyone to perform any task, but some students might be some beginners to this field, so they might don't know how to do the task. So for them, I will suggest to watch video, because learning through scripts, it's difficult for any beginner to understand the things. For beginners, it is better to use YouTube. Simply search your task name on YouTube by sharing the domain name. It will suggest some of the links of videos. Once you scroll down, you will find many videos of this topic. So make sure to not completely depend on these YouTube videos. Refer some text and as well as videos for beginners. And for intermediate people, please make sure to do everything on your own with the help of scripts on it, not on the videos, because as you have some previous knowledge, so you can completely depend on the scripts, and you can also perform on your own as well. The main part of the video starts now. So where to perform these tasks? So you can choose any IDE platforms or any editor platforms. I chosen VS Code, which is very helpful for beginners and intermediates. Once you open VS Code, you will find an option called Open Folder. So click on the Open Folder option. Here your computer directory will be open. So select any new folder or create a new folder with your task name, like task 1 or the task name of your task. And now you will find another option of new file. Click on it and enter the name of the file. As I am performing front-end development or web development tasks, so first file should be index.html for us. So I am choosing index.html here. So once I click on enter, it will be opening the file of index.html. And for styling part, I have to create another file for CSS like stylesheet.css or can simply style.css. And for JavaScript, the extension will be .js. You can simply keep it as script.js. So in this file, you can copy the code from the external as I have performed on previous project. So I'm copying the index.html here and pasting in this index.html, or simply I will show the output of how the task that has run on my PC. For web development task, we have to download the extension of Go Live. For Python, the extension will be PyCharm or Py. So you have to download respected extensions for VS Code to run your code. So once I click on the Go Live button, it will be redirecting to the page of output. So once here I can see my output. What I have to do is I have to save this output picture or take a screenshot of this picture. You can check the functionality of my project by clicking on the navigation bar, and you too have to enter a registration form for the front-end developers, and for both front-end and back-end you have to develop both the front-end and back-end of the registration form as well, and the functionality of the task as well. So once you have done taking up pictures of the screenshots of your output, if you are using a Windows, you can simply take a screenshot by clicking Windows plus G and the option called capture, or you can also use Windows plus Alt plus print screen. These will be helpful for you to take a screenshot of the window. Once you click on see my captures, you will find the local directory of the screenshots. Here you can change the name of the capture for better remembering. By this, our task 1 is successfully completed. Now what we have to do is we have to upload this task into our GitHub repository. So I hope everyone has a GitHub account. If not, I will show you how to create a one. So just simply search Google with a GitHub login. You will find a sign in to GitHub. So once open the form and create an account by simply entering your mail address, username and password, a new account will be created. As I have already created mine, so I will be continuing with the username and password for logging in. By clicking on sign in on the top right corner, I can fill my username and password here. Once I fill the details correctly, then I will be redirecting to the home page of GitHub. So the home page of the GitHub repository will look like this. Here you can find different options, but for creating a repository, just simply click on the new of a green colored button. Then you can get an option called new repository. So creating a repository is like you have to paste your task name. So whatever the task you have selected, I have selected as a front-end development first task as a interactive quiz application. So I'm copying the interactive quiz application and pasting it into the repository name folder. So after pasting it, just simply scroll down. You'll finding an option called public. So make sure the public button is green, and add a readme file to your GitHub repository. So it is very important to adding a readme file to your repository. Then simply click on save changes or commit changes. Then you will be redirecting to your official repository. So here you can see in the readme file, the task name is printed as interactive quiz application. You can change this, and for uploading your files from VS Code or whatever the task you have completed, you can upload it simply here, or click on create new file. Here you will see a file name folder. You can enter the file name like I have done in index.html. So I am entering index.html file and copying the code from my VS Code where I have performed this code and pasting it simply into this terminal. So once I copy paste it, I can click on commit changes. It will be saving the data I have committed, and index.html file will be created in my repository. As you can see, my index.html file is created. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see clearly. So here you can see the index.html file. So now other method to enter your index.html files or any other files into your GitHub repository is by simply clicking on add file option. So once you click on the add file option, you can check the option called upload files. Just click on the upload files. You will be seeing an option called enter from the computer space or drag and drop. So click on enter from computer, enter from files. So you will be getting a terminal of a folder. So here I have selected the RTP as my folder name. So I will open my RTP folder once. Once I open my RTP folder, I can see all the files that I have created. So these are my files. I will simply select all of them at once, or you can simply add one by one. So better it's selecting all at once and click on open. So one after one, all the files will be uploaded into your GitHub repository. As here you can see the progress, one file out of 15 files. All the files will be uploaded into the GitHub repository one by one. And once it is done, just click on the button of commit changes. Once you click on the button commit changes, all these files will be included into your GitHub repository. It takes some time to process your files. Once it completes the process, as you can see, the all files of what I have selected from the folder is present in my GitHub repository. At the right side of the navigation pane, you can see some languages like HTML 100% or something. So this is like the complete process of uploading the files in GitHub repository is done, and the next process will be of editing your README file. Once you click on edit README, you will be redirecting to the editor pane of README file. Here you have to enter some information like company name, and then your name, and then following intern ID, domain name, and then batch duration, and then you can enter the mentor name. Mentor name is Neela Santosh. It will be similar for all the domains of the people. For all people, only one mentor, that is Neela Santosh, as well as you can see in your offer letter as well. There also Neela Santosh will be mentioned. So enter Neela Santosh as mentor name. Check the line, like I have left an empty line before entering the new line. So then only you can get in the order wise, or else you will get it in the sequential paragraph. And again, after entering this information, what you have to do is you have to give the description of the task, like whatever the task you have performed. So you have to give the description like what tools you have used, which editor platform you used, and where this task can be applicable. All the information you have to provide in the README file, and it should not less than 500 words. So at least 500 words should be present in your README file with the total and proper description of the task. After entering the README file description, you can click on commit changes. The changes will be saved in your README file. So the process of uploading the files and editing the README file is successfully done. And here there is another part in the README file as well. So what you have to do is you have to paste your output picture in README file as well. So what you have to do is click on the issue buttons beside the code button in the repository. So once you click on the issue button, you will be redirecting to the page issues. So here new issue, click on new issue. So once you click on it, you will be finding an option called upload the files or paste the files. So click on the upload files from PC. So here I have selected a random picture. So you have to choose your output picture, whatever you have taken a screenshot as I mentioned earlier. So then you will get a link of your picture. As here you can see in the editor pane, a link is generated of my output picture. So now copy the link and go back to the code platform. Like where you have edited your README file. So once you get back to your README file, just click on edit option on README. In readme file, again give a space for new line and mention as an output of the picture or else simple as output, and then give another space for new line, and then copy paste the URL that you have copied in the issues box. So once you paste it, you can click on commit changes. Then your readme file is totally completed and finished successfully. So once you commit changes, here you can see in your readme file the output is pasted successfully. And this is how our repository of task 1 should look like. So every repository should look like this with the readme file and the files of codes. That's it. And the next part is we have to copy our URL of the repository and paste this URL in our task submission link. The task submission link will be get in your group, which will be pinned in the group. So check out the task submission link and paste the URL of your task 1. So before pasting the URL, you have to fill your details, all like your name, your intern ID, your email address, everything you have to fill it very carefully, cause once you do a mistake, then in your certificate it will be printed similar. So make sure to enter the details carefully. So it is better to copy paste from your offer letter so that you won't make any mistake. I will be opening an offer letter of one of our intern. So copying her name and pasting it in the name section, and then entering email address. I have entered a random email address. You have to enter your email address which you have entered at the time of registration for internship. So after entering email, just simply enter your college name or university name you're studying, and then enter your mobile number. And after filling these details, you have to enter your intern ID. So for intern ID, you better copy the intern ID from the offer letter and paste it here. And after this, you have another task called internship offer letter in LinkedIn. So what you have to do is you have to post your offer letter in LinkedIn and upload the URL of the post in the submission form. I will show you the process how I have uploaded my offer letter in LinkedIn. So click on top bottom add post and then enter a prompt specifying that how gratitude you are towards the Codtech IT solutions for offering this opportunity for you, and then upload the document of your offer letter and click on submit and done. Just the post will be updated in your LinkedIn. Copy the URL post and paste it in the task submission form. By this, the successful completion of your first task is done. This is how you have to perform all the other tasks, and perform these tasks in your free time and complete it as soon as possible before the deadlines, and upload it all the repository links at a time in the submission form, as you have to submit all the links at once. So the process for coding people task has successfully completed, and then in next part I will explain for the process of submitting the task of non-coding people like UI UX, digital marketing and Figma and any other task domains that have not included any part of the coding. So what they have to do is I will explain in the next part. The next part 3, non-coding tasks like Figma, UI UX, digital marketing and etc. So I will explain for the process of Figma. It will be similar for all the UI UX and digital marketing. For digital marketing, they have to generate a report based on their task and description, and rest of the things will be similar for all of them. As I previously mentioned, the instructions for all the domains will be similar. So all of them, they have to perform all 4 tasks and submit them before the end of their duration. So let's move on to our next task of Figma, that is task 1. In the task 1, we have included logo design mockup. So read the description very carefully and perform the task on Figma app, which is an open source platform, and no need of any payment for the Figma app. And for the next task, that is collaborative design workflow, same, you can copy the task name and paste it on the Google. You will find many resources and many links where how you can perform the task. You will find many descriptive links, so read the descriptive links and understand how it is done, and you can perform the task on the Figma on your own, and you can use some YouTube tutorials for creating the mockups and merging it. This is how your task will be completed, and then you have to create the repository as well as submit the repository in task submission form. I will show a quick guide on how to submit the files in a GitHub repository and how to create a README file. So simply create a repository by clicking on add new repository, and then create the repository name with your task name, and after the clicking on public button, click on add README file and then commit changes. This is how a repository of your created for the task 1, and similarly copy for all the tasks like task 1, task 2, and task 3 and task 4. Give the task names as the repository name, and then after creating a repository, you have to create a README file by giving the description of company name, your name, intern ID, domain name, batch duration, and mentor name. Mentor name will be Neela Santosh. It will be similar for every student and every intern of the internship. And after giving this, you have to create a description of task that you have performed, and the description should not less than 500 words. And after creating the README file, you can add your file from the add file or create file. Click on commit changes. All the data you have committed will be saved in your repository. The next thing what you have to do is click on the issue button present in navigation bar, and then click on new issue. So you will get an option of paste the picture or upload the picture. Click on the upload picture. So your local directory will be open. Click on the picture that you have taken output of the task and paste here. You will get an URL of your picture. So what you have to do is copy the URL and go back to the code button in the navigation bar. Then you will be redirecting to your README file. So in the README file, once you open README file, click on edit README and then add a new section with giving a space line as an output as a heading. So once you give an output as a heading, and then give an extra space for another line and paste your URL that you have copied for your picture, and then commit changes. The changes will be committed, and then your picture will be posted in your repository. So this is how your repository should look like after submitting your first task in the GitHub repository. So now simply what you have to do is copy the URL of your repository and then submit the repository link in the task submission form. So you will get the task submission form in the groups. So check the groups which are pinned messages, and then submit your task URL in the task submission form. This is how the process of submitting task for non-coding people is done. And all the tasks you have to perform, no task should be leaved. And for filling the submission form, always use your offer letter and copy the details in the offer letter and paste it in the submission form, so that your certificate will be generated correctly without any errors and mistakes in your certificate. And that's all guys. Here is the conclusion of the video. If you like the video, make sure to like it and make sure to subscribe the channel. If you have any queries in understanding this video, make sure to comment in the comment section, and ensure you will give a timestamp so that I can understand where you got the confusion, and will solve the confusion within the comment section, or else you can reach me on WhatsApp for any queries. Thank you all, and have a great day, and all the best for your internship journey with Codtech IT Solutions.